Hey, good morning. It's February and I don't think I've posted in Diary of a Black Mum. Everyone's talking about what they're doing for their Valentines, Galentines date. I don't actually believe in Valentines, so put that aside. However, I have started a new thing with my children and I started it this month. So, as a mum, you have to make time for your children individually, okay? Um So let's talk. Let's talk about dates with your children. Hey everyone, so it's Marsha B, a diary of a black mum. Hope that you guys are okay. Is it the first weekend of February? I can't even work out. No, is it the second week of February? Second weekend of February. Things have where's the weeks going? The weeks are literally flying past. But I felt like we were just celebrating the festive season and everyone talking about taking time off work, and I was working. I'm always working. But yeah, this year I've made it what's the word? I've made a decision to step up the mothering game because I've realized sometimes you just go through the motions, the habits, the routines, and then you blink and then you look at your children and think, hold on, when did my children just become like fully grown adults, traveling on their own, doing new things? I'm like, okay, so I need to spend some more time with them before they really do fly the nest. So this month of February, starting from this month and onwards, I've suggested to my children we have individual date nights. And what I've done is, every child is different. Every child has got their own hobby that they like or their own interest. So what I've done is I've done my best to buy them gifts, not expensive gifts, but buy them a gift that is related to their field of interest or what they love doing. So I had my first date with one of my twins this week and we had such an amazing time. Took her to a really nice Indian restaurant because she loves Indian, just like her mum. And then I bought her two gifts. So this daughter of mine, she is quite challenging in the sense, so she'll always challenge me back. So I say to her, oh, can you do X? She wants to know why she's doing X. And I have to explain to her the benefits of X. And then she's like, oh, okay, I guess I better do it. So I'm like, I got her a tote bag. That was hilarious. Had like a little signage on there. And she looked at me like, Mum, are you being serious? Anyway, I also bought her another gift. And I won't explain the gift because I don't want to embarrass this particular daughter of mine. It was funny though. We actually broke bread. We had good food. Shared some stuff. And it was really nice because normally when I'm in the house, all the children want to talk to me all at once. And I look at them and go, yo, I can't literally hear all of you talking to me. Well, I do talk, I can take it all in, but I'm like, please, one at a time. And we rarely get one at a time, one-to-ones in the house. So now I'm like, okay, make it make an executive decision as the mother of the house to have individual dates. And it's really nice. Now what I've realized is having this date with one of the daughters, now my young boy, my son, is like, hold on, so do I get a date? And I'm like, oh gosh, yeah, he's only 5, but I'm like, well, if your big sisters are having a date, then yeah, you get a date as well. And now he wants to go to the Bubble Museum and he wants to go to Legoland. And I was like, hold on, dude, this is like a whole day. The first initial date should be 3 hours max. So yeah, maybe the Bubble Museum would be the one to take him to. But it really helps. And the reason why I'm doing this and also sharing on my Diary of a Black Mum video, time is speeding up and time is flying past us. And I remember sitting in church one time and I remember one of the elders said, she was looking at me with my 4 girls at the time and she said, oh, she wished she had more children. And she kept saying to me, time really does go quickly. And I kept looking at her thinking, but bearing in mind, my children were like really small. They must have been like 8, 6 and 2. So they were still tiny to me. So I'm looking at thinking, time's not flying past. Everything just seems to be really slow with my babies. And it's just, just intense working and coming home and looking after them. Now I'm seeing them older and I'm thinking, hold on, now I get why the elder said she wished she had more children and time is flying past. And I just wanted to highlight to, parents out there, spend as much time with your children as possible, because believe me, there'll come a time when they hit 20, 21, they're doing their own thing, they've got their own circle of friends, maybe boyfriend or girlfriend. Did I say that? That's another topic. Boyfriend or girlfriend, they're out there traveling, and then you're just thinking, hold on, so when do I get to see them? And I know there'll be another video that will come up in many, 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 many years to come, when we'll be talking about, oh my God, grandbabies. But for now, it's not that time. It's not that time yet. We are not on the baby subject. However, you have to speak about those things. Anyway, I want to encourage parents out there, and the dates don't have to be expensive. Please don't think, oh my gosh, Marsha said that, I have to buy them gifts and take them to a restaurant. No, you can do, like, I don't know, going for a walk if you're into skating, or if you're into football, or you're into basketball, tennis. Go into the park and book a tennis court, have a session. It's just about making the effort with each child, so that each child in the household doesn't feel like, oh, I never get time for mum never makes time for me, or dad never makes time for me, or both parents. And it's also, it's good for me. It's good for me to understand, like, what is going on in the world of my young adults and my children. You can talk about, there's so much to talk about, and it's also showing the children who we are as parents. Because sometimes I think my children think, oh my God, she's always moaning. She's always telling us to do house chores. She's always telling us to tidy our bed up when we first get out of the bed. And I'm teaching them life skills the same way my parents taught me life skills. I remember my dad, bless him, rest in peace, Dad. I remember Sunday night, Dad would have like a rail of shirts and work trousers I had to iron. I was like, oh my God, why am I ironing these clothes for every Sunday, after having my hair hot combed by mum and burn up ears? But I realised, it was good to be taught the life skills, and that's what I'm teaching my children, life skills, so that when they do eventually leave the nest, they can feed themselves, they can look after themselves, they can clean their house, they won't be living in a pigsty. But it's also nice having these dates, just understanding each other. The children of this generation, they're going through what they're experiencing right now. We never experienced this time, this technology world, AI, computers, robots, but we never experienced all of this. And it's good to understand, like, what are our young people going through. So having date nights, or it doesn't have to be date nights, it could be dates in the day, date weekends. It's just a good thing to understand, who are these young people? What are their negatives on the world? What are their positives? What do they need support on? What are their concerns? Have they got goals? Have they wrote down their goals? What are they aspiring to be? Now, we obviously as a mum, I know what they're all aspiring to be in the house, but sometimes it's good to just take yourself out of the house, just you and the one child, and really understand the direction that they're going in, and you guide them. That's what we're here for. We're here to guide them. And it's not for me to put down all my rules and say, oh, you should do this. But if in your date night, or your dates in the day, you can say, it could be a topic like, oh, mum, I don't want to go to university. What do you think about this? And I think, actually, I went to uni, and I can tell them about my experiences. And there's positives of going to uni, but also there's negatives, so it's good to be able to share what you've experienced. Now, if you haven't been to university, that's not a problem, but you can share your experience of going into the working world. Did you do an apprenticeship? Did you become an entrepreneur at like 20? Whatever it is, just share your experiences with your children. And that's what I want to share today. Diary of a Black Mum, talking about having regular dates, because I know that this is going to be an ongoing thing. I know that this one particular daughter, she gave me joke, because I did say to her, the dates will start small, but eventually we'll get to the stage where our dates will become like maybe a weekend away. And they were like, oh, okay, I like the sound of this. And I was like, yeah, this is going to start to get costly, which is why mums have to get their money up, okay? And if I haven't shared this before, I'm a mother of 6. I work 9 to 5 at the moment. I have a clothing brand. I'm also a network marketer for 2 businesses. And people do look at me and think, how on earth do you do all of this? But what I've learned in network marketing, you have to have 7 streams of income. Now, I don't even think I've got 7. I think I've got like 4 or 5. And not to say I'm being greedy, because, you know, what's the saying that us Jamaicans say? One cocoa for a basket. So you can have small amounts from different sections, but it's all filling up the basket. And this is what I want to do. I want to teach my children generational wealth. And this is why I have the date nights as well. Not for the youngest boy, the youngest son, but for the other girls, showing them that, you know, you don't have to conform to the normal way of society. You don't have to be like me at the moment, going to a day job. You can actually be an entrepreneur, do things that you love. And that is why I found it important to start these the meetings with our children individually, just to let them know you don't have to follow the same path as everyone else. No path is wrong. No path, just what works for you. So I hope you enjoyed this very short snippet. Tell me what you liked about this post. Think about, if you might be doing this already, share some tips. How, you know, what do you suggest for date nights, date days, day dates? What do? You can go skating, go in the tallest tower, go down the biggest slide. I don't know. Just, there's so much out there. Sitting in the cinema, going to watch a movie. In fact, I think that's the next date from one of my girls. She wants to go and watch the new Bob Marley movie, which is just showcased this week. So I'm looking forward to these dates. Mum has to get her money up to make sure she can take all these children out on these dates. So thank you for watching, guys. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel, I would really appreciate a subscribe. I'd also appreciate a like, a comment. Come on, don't leave your girl hanging, sitting here thinking, what are these people thinking? I see the views, but I'm like, there's loads of views, but no one's actually talking to me. Well, there's a selected few that will always reach out and say, well done, Marsh, or, you know, brave and whatnot. Yeah, and I'll be back. I haven't been consistent, but Mum has been doing the most for my children and for me. We've got goals to achieve this year, and I'm like, you know what? I want to make sure that when I post these videos, it's videos of value. I'm not just chatting for the sake of it. And there's lots more to come, God willing, sparing my life. There'll be lots more to come this year of 2024. It's the year of expansion. My brand is expanding. This channel will be expanding. There is so much coming. I've still got so much to give. Being a parent, it doesn't end when they turn adults. You continue being a parent until your last breath. So for now, thank you for watching. Share this with someone who you think would just benefit from listening to Marsha B. And I'll be back again soon. God bless and take care.